All right, so on an Audi or Volkswagen, anything vague that has your electric parking brake, to change the pads on your rear brakes, there's a couple ways you can do it. Today I'm going to be doing it using VCDS, where you tell the brakes to release the electric motor to allow you to roll back the piston and change your brakes that way. Some people say you can do it without VCDS, where you remove the electric motor from the back of the piston, from the back of the caliper, and then you can wind back your piston, chuck your pads in, put it all back together, and then mount the electromotor back in place, and that way it sort of keeps what settings it had before. But today I'm going to be doing it using VCDS. First thing you want to do is take off your handbrake, make sure your car's in park or chocked so it's not going to go anywhere. And I'll go into VCDS and I'll go into 53, which is parking brake. Wait for it to log in. And then go to basic settings. And it says here that you want to be careful that you've got a battery charger hooked up to the battery, because you don't want it dropping in volts. Apparently the like the brake system or the controller and stuff is quite sensitive to voltage drops. So I've already gone ahead and chucked a battery charger on the battery, just to make sure that I don't have that happen to me. So I'm just going to go, okay. Group 7 is what I want. And then I'll tab that. And so that's rolled back the motors, and you can see that I've got a flashing indicator on the dash. Even my parking brake here is flashing as well, because it's saying, oh, there's an error or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to stop it there. So now I can log out, switch off the car, and go and do the manual work. Close controller. This is rolled back now, so there shouldn't be any tension on it now from the handbrake. So loosen up these guys. And there's another one down here. There we go. So there's the caliper. Here are my old brakes, which definitely need replacing. There's that one. That one's seen better days. There's still a little bit of meat on them. Okay, so now I've got my pads out. I can push the piston back with just a pushing, like a piston retracting tool, or so all it does is just push it back into the caliper. One thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is pushing all this fluid back. You just got to be careful that you don't overflow the reservoir, because obviously it's going back to somewhere, and that's going to be the reservoir. So if it overfills, it'll spill. Cool. So that's back as far as it goes. Now, chuck my pads in. One. There you go. Pads in. There we go on. There we go. Chuck my bolts in. Tighten them up. And then you want to torque these to the spec settings, which I'll do. And now I just need to pump the brake pedal up to get a bit more fluid back in there, and then we'll do VCDS to reset the electric handbrake. Okay, in a VCDS again, into group 53 for handbrake, and then go into basic settings. Yep, still got the battery charger hooked up. And then I want to go to group 6, and then tab on that. And you can hear the motors. And done, go back, close controller, go back, and done.